been unemployed for an entire year. And
What?
6 out of 7 days a week, completely alone. Looking around at my life, I'm like, am I a loser? Now,
Hey, was understood.
loserdom is pretty subjective. Loserdom? Loserhood? By my own standards that I set for myself, it feels that way.
Let's look at this background real quick. If I'm not mistaken, those are dream catchers or something like that. I think I'm getting the vibe, bro. Cause if you look at the necklace, hold on, Shy didn't even want to make up her own bed. The cat, hey, y'all fellas know what's going on. We know what we're dealing with.
I am 34 years old, single, jobless, and I feel like I have no friends.
You know, when you see a lot of females 34 years old and they single, you gotta ask yourself, hey, women get approached, gas station, mall, library, it don't matter, getting food, you getting hit on everywhere you go. So if you 34 years old and don't no man want you, then you're the problem. Sorry to break it down to you.
How did I end up here? What's up? Welcome
Oh, you know how you did.
to my channel, Bree the Womannequin. I am Bree. In my entire life, I have seriously dated 2 guys. And those, no, now is not the time. I have seriously dated 2 guys. And those,
What the hell was that?
no, now is not the time. I've been trying to record this video for forever, and now is the time she decides she wants to have night terrors. Those 2 relationships
Hold on. It's clearly daytime outside. Night terrors? Man, what month is mental health awareness month? I forget.
combined lasted a total for 2.5 years. So for 34 years of my life, I've spent 2.5 years in a relationship. It's funny because when I was 20 years old, I told my best friend at the time, who was a gay man, I assume he's still a gay man. I told
You assume. No. Once a man go that route, bruh, ain't no coming back. Man, no. You see, nowadays, you may gotta watch your homeboy. He may got dookie stains in the front and back of his drawers. Know what I mean?
him at the time, if I didn't have kids by the time I was 28, I would be a surrogate for him. 28 has come and gone by 6 years, and I still don't have any kids, surrogate or otherwise. Last year in January, I told myself, if I haven't met anybody by April, that's it. I'm giving up. I'm not looking anymore. And at that point, I had been single for 4 years. And in April, it was going to be 5 years.
You was so-called single for 4 years. So you was getting beat down for 4 years straight. And no man wanted to cuff you?
And 5 years is half a decade. But April came and April went, and I was still single. I was so confused because guys would be interested in me at first, and then they would romantically ghost me. They'd start treating me like I was just an acquaintance. And sometimes I would ask them directly, like, hey, what happened? And they would never tell me. I am neurodivergent. I have ADHD. And one of the things
Okay, there we go. Yeah, they like you at first, but the ADHD get a kick and damn.
I don't always pick up on social cues, and I need things stated directly. So there was a guy that I liked for a year. He was in a relationship at first, so I just had a crush on him from like afar. And then suddenly he was hanging around me a lot. He was trying to come over. He wanted to go places I was going. Everything just kind of seemed so sudden. And we met up at a party, and because we weren't
Hold on, what kind of man wanna go places that you going? Man, what? Hey, hold on, bruh. That better not be y'all man out here trying to go where your girl going. Like, bruh, do something productive. What's wrong with you? Trying to go to the nail salon and get up on the gossip. Trying to go to Starbucks and get a whatever they call it. Man, stop it, boy. If you don't get to work.
dating, I danced with another guy, and he completely stopped talking to me after that happened.
Hold on,
And I
what?
sudden, and we met up at a party, and because we weren't dating, I danced with another guy, and he completely stopped talking to me after that happened. And I asked him directly.
You dance with another dude. I'm gonna say this. She say they met up at a party. You know, and you dance another dude. Y'all ain't dating. Y'all just chilling. Now, a real man could have kept it P. Hey, she doing what she do. We ain't official. But at the end of the day, she come home with me. You did. But, you know, some dudes don't know how to play it P. They getting their feelings about it, but old dude's soft. He want to go over there, go everywhere with you, instead of doing his own thing, which is a clingy brother. Come on, stop it, bro. You brothers is soft out here, bro. So, hey, yeah, that dude soft.
Multiple times. What happened? And his response was, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so he gaslit me, which is always fun. Years later, I learned that guys don't like when
That's not being gaslit. That dude's just soft. Like, you should have been and peeped that. Like, dude want to go everywhere with you. Like, what? Man, that's just a soft brother. Y'all should have peeped that. But you know how these females do. It take them centuries just to catch on.
they're interested in you and you dance with another guy, but I didn't know because for me, technically, we weren't dating. And I had a lot of guy friends at that time. So I thought
A lot of guy friends. You mean and tell me you had a loss of you had a sausage party at the Uno party?
another problem that I had, I would look to characters on TV and in shows, and I would try to become more like them. But I was becoming the type of woman that I'm attracted to in stories. You know, the
You see, these are the type of females who they live off a fantasy world. They wanna fantasize about this and that, 50 Shades of Grey, Twilight, all that, and they don't live in reality. You got a whole bunch of guy friends. Stop it. If you would hit one of your guy friends up and said, hey, man, I need that middle of the night, 3 a.m., I need that. Man, they coming over. I'm talking about they coming so quick. They running red lights. They running from 12 to get that. You know what I mean? Those aren't guy friends. They trying to get that, but they just too soft to actually tell you what's going on.
the cool girl, the manic pixie dream girl, the fun girl, the lovable.
Guy friends, like, man, what's up with your brothers, man?
What women want in dating is the Timothy Chalamets and the Ryan Goslings. I think also like
Bro, just say you want a real man. I want Leonardo DiCaprio. I want Chris Tucker. Man, stop it. Fantasy world. La la land.
I just don't like people frequently enough, and I don't really have ways of meeting new partners because all of my hobbies are solo hobbies, and I work from home. My pond is very small. Even if I met someone tomorrow, I'd want to date them for a year before, at least before getting married, and then I'd want to be married for a year at least before getting pregnant, and then I'd have to be pregnant for 9 months. So the earliest I could have a child would be at 37 years old. That is old. And
I'm talking about that's so old. By the time your child is like 16, your yearbook gonna have cobwebs. Man, no, your yearbook gonna have Frederick Douglass in that mug. I'm talking about you gonna have Rosa Parks on your bus in that yearbook. Yeah, that's old as hell.
if someone says something that bothers me, I tell them, hey, this bothered me. Why did you say that? But if it's the other way around, they don't tell me. They just stop talking to me. It's especially difficult being neurodivergent.
Because why would I waste time explaining to you like your own personality? It's like you 30 some years old. Like, if y'all understand what she's trying to say is dudes could be ghosting her because something's mentally wrong with her. I'm not about to sit there and explain to you, hey, I don't like what you saying, or I don't like how you do this. We can clearly see what's in your goddamn house. What you got going on upstairs?
Most people put all their points into one skill tree, you know? Me, I'm like, put 3 points into magic, 2 points into strength, 1 point into stealth, 2 more points into charisma. I'm not maxed out in anything. I like some.
Oh, best believe, baby, you done got it maxed out in them 34 years. Oh, yeah. That thing got some mileage on it. I'm gonna say about, you probably got like 3,400 miles on you with no oil change.
It comes to their interests. Then they meet people with similar interests. They listen to the same music. They dress the same way. They fit in anywhere. I'm like some type of pentagonal Venn diagram or something. And when you're always hopping from interest to interest, you're hopping from group to group, so you're not able to really build.
Y'all know where she belong? In one of those Harry Potter book clubs. Yeah. Yeah.
Those long-term connections with people. And then a lot of the times where I do build like a strong connection with people, there's some aspect of it that makes it temporary in a way, like when you and a person.
Hey, she look like one of them black girls. Y'all go down to them white bars, and they wearing like a like some black boots, hella necklaces on. Uh, they wearing all black with some black lip gloss on, and they drinking some beer, and then they giggling and laughing like, oh my god, oh yes, I love that movie. Yeah, she one of them. I can tell.
Are working at the same job, and then all of a sudden you switch jobs. You were in an environment where you were talking to this person or seeing this person regularly every single day.
Hold on, what the hell is this?
Are working at the same job, and then all of a sudden you switch jobs. You were in an environment where you were talking to this person or seeing this person.
Bruh. Yeah, I know that meme where it was like, swing first.
Speaking of jobs, I've been unemployed for 5 months. I got.
Wait, that just said, bruh, you just said you work from home. Or am I tripping? She said she worked from home. So, if, wait. You said you was, wait, how you paying your bills? Oh, you living with your mama, huh?
Laid off from my last job because we lost a big contract and like a third of the company lost their jobs. So it wasn't personal. I've been applying and the jobs that are calling me back are all below a living wage. And I can tell you up front, I am not financially ambitious. I don't plan on being a millionaire. It sounds very stressful, actually. I really only need enough money to live, to pay my bills, save for retirement, go out for a nice dinner every once in a while, buy
A nice dinner. Man, look, a nice dinner below a living wage. Look, I'm gonna say your nicest dinner is probably, man, probably a late night Chick-fil-A right before they close. Yeah, sitting in your car. Yeah, yeah.
a bottle of wine once a week. That's really it. I'm not trying to travel, a whole bunch or buy a Mercedes. I drive a Kia. I have a 1-bedroom apartment.
How you paying your rent?
I just want to feed my dog and
See, you ain't got no money. Wait, you got a cat and a dog. What? You see, a lot of people, y'all priorities be so messed up. Like, you ain't got no money, but y'all got so unnecessary bills. Like, if I'm not mistaken, you gotta take the dog to the vet and all that. Don't that cost?
buy bubble bath. And feeling like I have to go to a soul sucking job just to maintain that very basic lifestyle feels so draining. When I was in college, I went to school for
I bet you gonna say business management or political science or uh what's something that'll make no damn sense. What? Gymnasium. Let's see.
fine arts.
Fine arts. Hmm. Don't mean
I wanted to be a graphic novelist or an animator at Disney or a storyboard artist. I loved storytelling. Mostly, I pictured my office looking like the office from Just Shoot Me. I know nobody has to remember that. It's super obscure. It's from the 90s. That was my first introduction to David Spade. Probably for the rest of you, the only thing you know about David Spade, which you probably might.
y'all did y'all notice yet? She ain't said nothing about no Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence. She ain't said nothing about no Regina King. Who are these?
Might not have even known is that he's the voice of Cusco from The Emperor's New Groove. But I genuinely thought that that's what adult life was going to look like. But what I did not realize was that I was a neurodivergent introvert with ADHD. I wanted to work
I don't even feel like looking that up, bruh.
in an office environment that requires you to not be those things. My nature was not compatible with the life that I was trying. The worst manager I ever had called me a hoe in a team meeting. So
Well, was he lying? I mean, you 34 years old, no kids, no man. Are you? I don't think I blame that manager. Man, get that manager a raise.
I'm gonna set the scene. My manager was a black woman, which I would
See, give that I'll give that black woman praise and a raise.
have thought so much more of her for her to put me, another woman, in this situation. And there were two other people present. One was a 50-year-old Pakistani man, and the other was a black guy who was around my age. We had actually went to middle school together. His girlfriend actually got me that job. I don't remember what was being said, but in the meeting, she called me a hoe in front of these two guys. And the 50-year-old Pakistani man just burst out laughing. I don't even think he had a complete grasp on the
See, that nigga ain't even know no English, and he already knew you was up. See, I would start busting out laughing too. See, that nigga ain't even. That nigga's probably like, oh my god, that nigga ain't know no damn English. Yeah, he knew you was out. Yeah.
English language, but he knew what a hoe was, and he thought that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, cause whole time he knew he ain't say nothing on the job. Whole time he told his wife at home, look, my coworker, just she's old.
I never heard this man laugh in my life. He was super stoic, didn't show any emotions, just kind of gave a blank stare all the time. And to this day, I do not know if he was laughing out of discomfort or if he agreed with her or if he was
Nah, that nigga held that shit in for the longest.
shocked, but he was really laughing. And that's the type of shit that I'm like, I just don't want to deal with that. I know you're probably thinking like, well, did you tell anyone? First of all, this lady had her both her hands cupping the in the back pockets cupping the booty of our director. My director loved her.
Wait, let me rewind that, bro. What?
First of all, this lady had her both her hands cupping the in the back pockets cupping the booty
Of the man?
of our director. My director loved her. I just wasn't trying to put the spotlight on me.
Yo, man, y'all niggas crazy.
I was already struggling with the work as it is. Even though I had two witnesses there, I didn't feel comfortable. And then it's like, I tell on my boss and I tell that she called me a hoe in this team meeting. She's not going to get fired. She'll probably get,
Man, she gonna get a, bruh, they gonna boost her ass up to goddamn GM.
slap on the wrist. She'll get reprimanded and then she'll
No, she gonna get reparations.
still be my fucking boss. So I started looking for another job and I got the fuck up out of there. That's the type of shit that I am not eager to go back to. I had an interview 2 weeks ago. I was hoping to God they wouldn't call me back and they haven't. And I just feel
Hey, you know what that remind me? You know when you really need that job and then they say, hey, you got the job, but you look, you been loving that employment life, not having to wake up in the morning. Then they say, hey, can you start in the morning? Or nah, you know what's worse? They say, hey, can you start till later tonight? It was like, see.
not work in an environment where it feels like people can like just watch me and see what I'm doing. I hate when I'm working in an environment where people are walking behind me a lot. I can literally hear and feel the presence of every single person walking
You may just need to apply to the script club, bro.
behind me, and it gives me so much anxiety. And I'd go
Easy money.
to my managers and I'd say, hey,
And guess who? And guess who can be their first customer? That backer study bomb.
the thought of maybe I can be happy if I never find love. Maybe I can be happy if I never have kids. Maybe all the skills I learned, how to be a good partner, how to be a good parent, maybe I can use them in other areas of my life. Maybe I can put them into my books because I like to write books.
Man, this sounds so depressing. Like, damn, she didn't really give up on finding a man. Wow, it just shows you that, like, it's not even the men out here. It's your mental capability on being a wife. It's like, in order to find the right man, you must give up all that foolishness that you got going on upstairs. Like, damn.
Video in the daytime, I guess,
Let me look at
because
these
it's
comments, man. People like you who talk about these topics literally save lives. What lives is she saving? What lives is she saving? I'm confused. Like what? 36, 8 years single male. We're just like thinking we'll. Yeah, nah, nigga, you just ain't got no game. You seem like you have a beautiful soul and an admirable amount of self-awareness. It is so sad how life can beat beautiful people down. Well, you can be beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, who are you really? You can be really ugly, you know, but nobody likes to speak on that. I'm a 41-year-old female divorced, no children, live alone. Dad passed away in October. Drained my retirement account paying for his funeral. Bruh, I'm keeping it G. I'm not draining no money I'm not about to go. Let me ask you a question. Because your dad died, do you think he wanted you to go broke paying for his funeral? You see, the funeral is only for other people to watch him get buried or have a service, man. That was a waste of money, bro. Like, do you really think your dad wanted you to go broke? Like, if he actually wanted you to pay for his funeral, that nigga selfish. And if you actually went broke paying for that nigga funeral, then your ass is stupid. That don't make no damn sense. What's the benefit of having a funeral? Let me finish this. And then the next week after he passed, I lost my job unexpectedly. If I could keep pushing forward in life, then so can you, sis. Keep pushing until the Most High shows up and something happens. Every day that you feel hit the floor, feet hit the floor, is another opportunity to create a new life and bright future for yourself. Keep pushing. Sending you love from Atlanta. 41. Wow. Damn. Wait, hold on. If you was 41, no kids, is either you ain't want no kids? I probably see why you divorced. I'm 34, single, jobless, and always alone. Sound like paradise to me. People are overrated. That's not paradise. 34, single, jobless, always sound like paradise to me. How is that paradise? Check this out. That's not paradise. You talking about she's 34, single, jobless, always alone. Sound like paradise. Let me tell you something like this, man. If she has an unexpected expense and she has to spend all her money, that's paradise. When you wake up in the morning, you got no man to make breakfast for, that's paradise. When you come home from work, you waiting to see a man, but you can't see no man. Is that really paradise? You down there 4 years old, no children, and when you get a woman gets older up in age, that child is more prone to disease, and that's paradise. People are overrated. Stop it. You mentally ill. Mentally ill.